a little off topic, but I'm curious what real life interactions look like in a time when our minds or your mind is so kind of over exposed to social media and overall just online media. Um, has it changed real life for you in some way? Is real life more intense? Is it more scary? I mean,
In my opinion, I think it's more difficult to make friends or yes, it's more difficult to meet people that you haven't ever seen before.
yeah.
It's complete strangers because I have the confidence to go up to somebody that I've seen on Instagram or Twitter or that we follow each other even though we've never met before.
Hmm.
However, if I have never seen you or heard of you, it's going to take a lot of me, especially somebody that is more of an introvert than an extrovert. I do not put myself out there, and unless we've had a previous connection, I probably won't talk to you. And even if we were introduced by friends, I think it's harder to maintain and make that connection if you've never like engaged in any other way than just in person. That's why whenever I do meet somebody new, like if it's through mutual friends or through school, the first thing we kind of do without even noticing is following each other. And you kind of like, it's a weird background check
Hmm.
that you get to do nowadays that like it wasn't previously available. You can see where they went to school, where they graduated. Granted, it's information that you don't necessarily need, but it does help, or at least it makes me feel like we're closer.
So it makes you feel like you're closer to that person. I would not have expected those words to come out of your mouth. I would have expected you to say it's automatic and it makes me feel like I can categorize that person a little bit. Oh, they went to this school. That means they're kind of like this, and like this is where they're from. Maybe they're a little like whatever that the stereotype.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean that too. It could bring me closer to that person, or it could uh do the opposite.
Hmm.
Like if I like them in person, but I see their social media and I see that they went to some, I'm not sure, school with bad reputation where they did bad things, I'm probably gonna put that into my head and take that into account that
Hmm.
this person may not be somebody I want to hang out with.
Yeah. Well, I think many people do that. I was doing that back when Facebook was still a novel thing in the early 2000s. Well, I mean, like pretty much everybody would like Facebook stalk each other, so it's pretty similar. Um,
Hmm.
because it gives you so much information, and then the photos, of course, you're just like, oh, do they look like they're popular, or like what types of things do they do? Do they have a lot of friends? How attractive are their friends? I mean, these are the things that, whether I was conscious of it or not, I would be looking at and noticing. I'm just thinking about this like online culture and just so struck by the notion that people follow each other like right away, because that does not happen in my life.
Sometimes I it's so unhealthy because sometimes I go to the gym
Hmm.
and I leave and I check my phone and I see people that I saw at the gym follow me.
And they haven't interacted with you at the gym.
They've never said a word to me. I have no clue who they are. And I don't have an easy name to just look up. And we have no mutual followers or nothing. And you're just like, this is scary, but at the same time, if I let other randoms follow me, then why is it like different now? Or why do I feel like this? But then also like I feel like it's kind of invading your privacy, even though your account is public in a way.
Hmm. How could they do? I'm just trying to understand how they could possibly follow you unless they knew it. I mean, I would think at least your first name.
I'm not sure. From what I've heard, I know that whenever you scan your card at the gym, it
Mhm.
shows your name. So maybe a worker told them, maybe they know somebody at the gym that knew me.
Hmm.
Maybe they follow somebody that follows me and then they saw me. Or maybe I posted something at the gym and it shows the location.
Mhm. Oh, okay, right. Oh, that would totally do it if you did that because, right, you could probably
Hmm.
look up posts by, like, geotagging or something.
Yes. Hmm.
Huh. I'm so struck by this world, this parallel online world that, I have that in my life, but I have made it such that like the interactions I really care about are my in-person interactions, which are much harder right now, of course, to have. It's like it takes, just like you were saying, like so much more effort to have them.
Hmm.
And unlike you, who I believe you said you're an introvert, I'm an extrovert and I love people. And it makes it extra hard now because it's like, oh my God, I need not just friends, but also community, just like people I pass by. I've got a little 2-year-old son, and I, before all this, walked around the neighborhood with him all the time. And it's like I was just like a member of the community. People would know me and say hello. And that was an integral part of my life that is now gone. Um, and I can't say I've replaced it with social media. I just have less of it and I've had to like go in myself a little bit more. And frankly, it's just painful. But I'm struck that because you're a different age, like it's more natural for that to happen. I suppose if people were like constantly following me and there was a lot, and I was just sort of part of that, part of the culture, a little bit more, I would do it. I wouldn't avoid it. But I wonder what it does to your real life interactions. Does it put more weight on them? Is it harder during a time like this where there's so much more online? Is it more enjoyable to have real life interactions? Like, do you have any feedback on that?
I believe that before coronavirus,
Hmm.
I think life was go, go, go.
Hmm.
Like you do this on this day, you hang out with these people on this day. Every day is busy. You have
Hmm.
class, you go to school, you have work, whatever.
Hmm.
And now it's just like, although people are starting to get over the whole fear,
Hmm.
starting to hang out and go out to places, it's not, I feel like it still doesn't feel the same. I don't get that gratification of hanging out with my friends because I feel like it's wrong.
Mm.
I feel like I
Yeah.
shouldn't be hanging out, especially if I'm with a friend that posts on their social media a lot and it's Instagram stories, everything. I feel very guilty because I feel like I'm all of her followers are seeing me that I'm out and that I'm hanging out with her
Hmm.
and we just look ignorant. So I
Mm.
kind of stare away from hanging out with people, even though I do get invited, and if I wanted to, I could still go do whatever, um, to whatever they wanted to do, but I just don't want, and I think that still comes back to, like, everybody or how you care about everybody's opinion of you,
Yeah.
but I don't know, in my opinion, I feel like this is different, and it is people's life and people's health that are in danger, and there's times that I am willing to risk people thinking that I'm ignorant for whatever reason, but this time around is just not something that I feel that comfortable with, and it it just makes me even more of an introvert
Hmm.
than I usually would be because I would kind of categorize myself as more of an ambivert. Like sometimes I like people, sometimes I don't.